Am I the asshole for inviting a +1 to a wedding I was barely invited to? I, 26, female, was invited to a wedding within my state, but far enough that to attend, I'd have to sleep over at a hotel for at least 2 nights. I was very flattered to be invited, as I didn't think I was that close to the couple. It was a fairly small wedding, with approximately 60 guests, including the bridal party. As it was very small, and I was possibly a second-round invitee, I didn't get a +1. Fine with me. I ultimately decided to go. When I went to book the hotel room for my stay, I found they only had large rooms available, which only had king-size beds. So, I thought, why not invite my boyfriend, 26 male? That way we could trade off on the long drive there and back and share the big room I would pay for anyway. The idea was that the night we arrived, we could get dinner together somewhere new and have a nice breakfast before heading back home after the wedding. While I was at the wedding events, he could just hang out in the hotel room or the pool or whatever. The wedding went great, but after it wrapped up, the maid of honor, who I'm closer to than the bride, was chatting with me. As I walked back to my room, I knocked on the door instead of digging through my bag for the key card. When my boyfriend opened the door for me, the maid of honor just greeted him and walked off. I didn't think it was a big deal or anything. But a few days later, the maid of honor reached out and said it was awkward and uncomfortable for me to have invited him to the hotel, and it made everyone feel bad and weird that he was there waiting for the wedding to end when they hadn't invited him. We were both a bit surprised. No one even knew he was there because it didn't come up at all during the wedding. It wasn't a secret, and honestly, we wouldn't have thought it was a big deal if people did know. And he had only met the bride and groom like 6 times and had 0 issues with not being invited to such an intimate wedding. Also, if it matters, I was far from the only guest who didn't get a +1, and I never asked to be given a +1 for that matter. I have no clue if the maid of honor told the bride, and if the bride also thought this was inappropriate. If she hasn't, I don't want to contact her during her honeymoon to start drama. Am I the asshole? Follow for more.